Hello, everybody. This is cool. I didn't even know these places existed. I feel like I'm home. That's awesome. My name is Ben Zimmerman. I'm the Director of Business Development for Weather Central, which is now a Weather Channel company based in Madison, Wisconsin. We're responsible for delivering weather data to over 1 billion people a day. And I'm super stoked to introduce you to Alex Kubicek at Subsidence. When I was 7 years old, at the tender age of 7, my mother asked me what I wanted to do, which was kind of a pretty epic question at that age. And I said that I didn't know. And she gave me the wise intuition that whatever it was, make sure that I loved it. And I was like, well, I love girls, baseball, and thunderstorms. And it didn't take long to realize I was going to fail at 2 of those. So I decided to dedicate my life to the study of weather. I went on to get a BS, appropriately named BS, in atmospheric sciences at Iowa State, and I've been blessed to work at Weather Central, a place that really rewards hard work and creativity. And I started getting in some really big deals. I worked in the enterprise division, which is kind of the non-standard. If you guys watch like John Milan or any of the Good Morning America, you're seeing our software. I decided to kind of move into insurance, renewable energy, public safety, things that certainly weather data has an important role in. And in doing that, I started working some really big deals, in fact, some of the biggest in the company's history. And I just kind of had this fleeting thought, I think I need a business degree because I don't know what I'm talking about. Net present value, is that a meteorological term? So I decided after 18 years to go back and get my MBA at the University of Wisconsin. And in doing so, I was approached by a nice young woman named Kendra Hill saying, hey, we've got a really good idea and we'd like you to meet a couple of entrepreneurs that are at the UW. So quite honestly, I really treated it as charity. I didn't think I was going to be blown away, so I invited them in my office and we kind of talked about what they wanted to do, and they said, well, we want to build weather sensors. And I was like, ooh, that's a kind of a commodity market. I was like, dude, this thing needs to be awesome. It needs to fill a need that doesn't exist. So I really just asked the basic questions. Is there a need for this weather sensor? And you could argue that weather is one of the only things that touches almost every human life on the planet. So weather is important and it matters. Was this thing marketable? And as we talked about it, the price point is perfect, and the fact that you don't have to deal with little bearings and moving parts in northern North Dakota, it's like an epic design. Is it protectable? Is there IP, which is what we're all about? And there is, that when he unveils it back there after this discussion, you've never seen anything like it, nor have I. Other things, is it scalable? And the great thing about weather data is it applies everywhere. So the more granular the data that you get, there's multiple verticals that you can work into. And from a profitability standpoint, he's going to share some stories that are very real. This is what I deal with, where we're talking millions of dollars a minute. So, the last question that you have to ask, from my perspective, is this feasible? Is this plan feasible? And I went from being kind of a doubting Thomas to realizing that I was absolutely the dumbest guy in the room sitting with them. So, from my perspective, the answer is absolutely yes. So Alex from Subsidence, come on out and knock him out.
Well, thanks for that intro, Ben. I think I should have had you do my pitch for me. I mean, it seems like you said everything. I'm Alex Kubicek, and I'm an atmospheric science student at UW-Madison. And this is Subsidence. We are bringing high-definition weather observations down to the surface. Now, the first question you want to ask is, why do we need more weather observations? Well, Ben kind of already answered that, but insurance companies are bleeding millions of dollars a year due to common thieves who are exploiting the insufficient amount of data surrounding storm claims. So, here's an example. Here is a beautiful yet dangerous storm rolling across Dallas, Texas. This radar gives us a great view 10 miles above the ground what is happening. But I have no idea what's happening at the surface. Well, this is what was happening at the surface. Dime to baseball-sized hail all across Dallas, Texas. And we had no idea that this was happening. This not only frustrates me as a weather geek, but it frustrates insurance companies. Here's a map of Dallas, Texas, and here is where the claims data should have been. Now, in a storm like this, or any storm where there's any kind of damage, a ring of fraudulent claims erupts around the actual storm damage, is shown in the red. Insurance companies do their best to bring this false claims down by using their best claims adjusters and the current data available, as shown in the orange. This is still $40 million in false claims. Let's look at how the current data is used. This is a cross-section of the storm, and that white spot in the middle, that's the hail. That is 20,000 feet above ground level, and we have no idea the path that the hail took from that spot to ground. So you say, okay, what about ground observations? These current ground observations are over 20 miles apart. They may not even see the storm, and if they did, they don't detect hail sizes. We have not been able to see the ground truth until now. Introducing the Subsidence weather station. We are bringing a new type of data to the market that has never been seen before. The ability to detect hail sizes and the ability to see updrafts and downdrafts. This gives us a perfect picture of a storm. We are working on a provisional patent that takes our cost-effective aggregate networks and turns them into actionable intelligence for insurance agencies so that they can reduce storm claims, or reduce false claims. So let's go back to Dallas, Texas, and let's overlay the subsidence data on top of this map. We can see exactly where it hailed, but more importantly, exactly where it didn't hail. Reducing those false claims, saving the insurance companies $40 million, and making them more proactive instead of reactive. The moment a storm hits one of their policyholders' homes, they can send out a claims adjuster, assess the damage, and improve customer satisfaction. So, and this is just one storm. Inside Tornado Alley, there are several hailstorms exactly like this. We have identified 6 cities that experience together $1 billion of storm damage a year. We can save them $24 million in false claims. And we will take from that a revenue of $1.5 million from the insurance companies inside those cities. Now, let's scale that to the entire US. The insurance industry spends over tens of billions of dollars a year on storm damage, and we can save them $500 million. And it doesn't stop there. Insurance is the first market we want to go into, and we are looking to expand into several other markets, ranging from power trading, so they can see where a cold front is moving into a city and see where the power spikes are going to be, or to developing countries, so they can warn their citizens about an impending mudslide and save lives. This weather data industry is an $11 billion data market a year, and it continues to grow. Just in the past few months, there has been 2 major weather industry acquisitions in this space, Weather Underground and Weather Central. This shows that the weather industry is heating up, kind of a pun intended, but it is just waiting to be disrupted. American Family Insurance saw the potential in this data, and they're giving us locations on top of their agencies inside Milwaukee and Madison so that we can validate our product. Our team consists of UW-Madison graduate students. I believe our unique set of skills in meteorology, engineering, and marketing can get this task done and make Subsidence a success. So thank you. I'm Alex Kubicek. This is Subsidence, and if you're ready to disrupt the weather data industry, please come to my booth and see the unveiling of our new weather station. Thank you very much.